All right, drum major help video number 2. Now, if you just watched video number 1 and you didn't practice yet, go back, stop this thing right now, and go back and practice. You have to practice that ictus. All right, so assuming you've got that ictus where you like it, now we're going to work on what's called the rebound. And all of conducting is ictus and rebound. How you rebound is everything. So what we've got to do is just practice a generic rebound. So I've got my good friend Dr. Beat here, and you have a metronome, so hopefully attached to your phone or something. And I've set Dr. Beat to 52, and I'm doing triplet subdivision. Now, if you're a metronome, if you've got a really basic metronome app, you might not be able to do triplet subdivision. So you might just have to set it on something. If you set it to 156, then you will get the idea. Here it is at 156, and I'm just hearing 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, but I'm going to set it at 52, which is really slow, and I'm putting the triplet subdivision in. And what I want to do is find that nice home base position, and I'm going to do this just with my right hand to start with. And we're going to go click lift, ictus lift, click lift. And that lift needs to be very smooth. That's what I'm working on right now. So the two things that I want you to work on are, is obviously, besides just a good ictus, is my lift after the ictus smooth? All right? And is it going more or less straight up and down? My hand should be more or less going straight up and down. Okay? So let me show you some things we want to avoid, and then we'll talk about what we should practice. So we don't want this. All right? This is me just bending my elbow, and so it looks like I'm doing this slap thing. All right? Your other hinges in here have to move a little bit so that you can lift. However, we also don't want to go out. Like, we don't want the elbow or the shoulder hinge pushing the elbow out. All right? So we just want to be going pretty much straight up and down. Now, if you kind of try to lock it into a straight up and down, that's bad too. All right? But just be aware of, we don't want this slapping motion. Now, the other thing is, we want it to be super smooth so that we have this click of the wrist at the bottom, and then obviously when you get to the top of your motion, it's going to stop for a half of a millisecond so that it can change directions. But what you don't want is this bit where move, stop, move, stop, move, stop, move, stop. We don't want that. We want move, move, and it to be very, very smooth. So what you're going to practice, and you need to do this one hand at a time, because you got to concentrate on that one hand. So I start with my right hand, because that's where your pulse is going to be all the time, and just click, click, and I'm looking at my hand because I want to see it. I want to see that ictus. I want to see the ictus happen when my forearm is in that starting position like we talked about in the last video, and I want my hand to be going straight, more or less straight up and down, and so I'm letting my hinges in my shoulder and elbow make that happen. Straight up and down, straight up and down, more or less. If it comes back a little bit like this, that's okay. We just don't want it to come back like this. That's weird. That doesn't look good from the front. Okay? You see how that's kind of problematic. So this, like this. Okay? You're going to practice that with one hand at a time, then practice with the other hand, and then practice together. Okay? You got to spend several minutes, probably every day, just practicing that position like we talked about in the first video, and then ictus, and letting that rebound be smooth. Do not do anything with any patterns, 4/4 pattern, 3/4 pattern, anything like that, until you have a really smooth motion from ictus up and down. Everything else will be easy once you get that smooth ictus, smooth motion, smooth rebound from your ictus. All right? Right hand first, left hand, and then together. All right? I want to talk about one other thing, which is what are your fingers doing at this time? And the key to me is that they are relaxed. Now, we do not, first of all, this is not a relaxed hand position. Spreading your fingers out is not relaxed. So if you find yourself as you look at yourself or watch yourself in a video that you're conducting with your fingers apart, this is a position of tension, and there's other tension in your arm too, and you need to figure out how to shake that out and get rid of it. All right, now some people like to conduct with their fingers completely touching. I'm okay with that, but this is not totally relaxed either. So just make sure that it is a nice relaxed position. A slight curve is good. I oftentimes will allow my pinky, as you can see, to come away from the other three fingers. And even sometimes my ring finger comes away just a little bit. All right. My first two fingers do not come apart. They're going to stay together. And so that's a good position. This is good. If you feel more comfortable kind of doing the okay sign, where your thumb and I don't know how to show that to the camera easily, where your thumb and your first finger are touching, this is also very good because it can be very relaxed and very easy to define. So I like that. Some people like to conduct with their thumb and their middle finger touching. That's also very good, although you got to be careful that you don't end up with this spread out bit. So experiment with what you like the best and then make a decision for what works best for you. Know that if there turns out to be a pair of drum majors, which is certainly possible, that the two of you will have to make a decision together so that you're both doing the same hand position. So practice, figure out your hand position, what you're going to do with your fingers, and practice make in the mirror or in a video camera, making your hand go straight up and down on the rebound without extra hitches and stops, and also none of this business. Okay, just a nice click. Again, if you have any questions, email me, send me a quick video of you, and I'll give you some feedback, and good luck. Go practice.